Hey there, it's Jacqueline, and in 1 week, I am getting the keys to my new place in California. I'm so excited. I feel like it's Christmas time. I feel like I'm ready for Christmas Eve to hit, and I get to wake up and Santa will have delivered all of my goodies. So after a very long journey of traveling and loving my travel experiences and meeting the most magnificent people, I've come to the realization that it's time to unpack the suitcase, time to get myself cozy and comfy in a home base. But that is not going to stop me from my travels. It'll just allow me to revisit my items. Last week, I set it all up. I got all of my items with the thankful help of a very dear friend of mine. Teresa helped me pack up the last of my goodies that I have been saving for 2.5 years, and we put it into the U-Box with U-Haul. I'll have a video coming soon about that whole process. But everything got in there, suction cupped all the way in, no gaps, no room for anything extra. I had saved exactly the right items to fit into the exact size box. And then all of it is being shipped to San Diego. And while I am awaiting its delivery and my new condo to be available, I'm having fun traveling and visiting with family and friends. I'm thinking a lot about how important this next chapter is. After so many miles, airplane miles, traveling in the car and train. So I am a plane, trains, and automobile kind of gal. I took a train ride up to where I am now, and I will be taking a plane to get to San Diego after many miles in the car. What I'm really excited about is what it means to come back after being a nomad for so long. Being a remote worker has been really a blessing and something that I never knew. It was really my thing. I kind of thought about it and wanted it and was curious about it, but didn't know how to make it happen. So I'm grateful that in 2020, I took the first plunge and started my adventures in Playa del Carmen, spent multiple months, came back to the US, realized I was not as happy here as I was over there. I went back and forth. So I did this dance for quite a while. And then the last few years, I have mostly been in Mexico with many visits back home, but my home base used to be Mexico. Now my home base is going to be more of a California, Oregon vibe. What I like about this is I'm taking all the knowledge, all the experience, all the connections, all of the moments that I got to experience while I was literally living out of my suitcase. And now I'm going to be able to unpack my boxes that I packed up years ago, that I don't even know exactly what I actually own anymore. And I'm going to put things in cupboards. I'm going to celebrate the goodness. I bought a new big fancy mattress, a whole new bed set, and I'm going to enjoy the luxury of self-care. I'm going to take the time that my body needs to replenish and rejuvenate. I think my nervous system got a little exhausted from constant change, constantly wondering where I'm going to go in the next 3-4 days at a time. And now I'm going to have a base. I'm going to have my things in a closet. I'm going to have regular furniture that I'm used to, my own pillow. The pillows have already been delivered. I'm excited for that. And everything else is coming at the right time because this is our journey. This is our experience. What I want to say in this message that's so important to me in sharing with you is that we know life evolves. Sometimes we have to say yes to certain chapters, and sometimes certain chapters run their course and they get to do what they are meant to do, which means I spent time in Mexico. I made friendships. I learned about myself. I grew my business so well that I was actually able to sell my business because of it. My success grew because I took care of myself. I took the spa treatments. I took the treatment time for myself, and I took the self-care time because I cared about the next steps. Now that I have grown so much, I've healed so much, I've learned so much self-confidence. I can travel alone. I went to Auckland, New Zealand all by myself, and I just made things happen because I cared about showing my ability to myself that I could do it. You know, life gets overwhelming and we get in routine and an expectation of scheduling. And then we have chances where we can make a difference. So many people keep dreaming about it. Whenever I tell people about this life that I've been living, they're like, I want to live your life. I want to have those opportunities, but I was missing my friends and my family. And I was missing my routine. I was missing my own pillows and my own bedding. In all of that, it was worth the sacrifice to live out of a suitcase for such a long time, because now I have all these boxes packed in a U-box being shipped to my new home, and it is going to be feeling like Christmas. It is going to be feeling beautiful because I got to grow as a person. I got to meet people that I never would have met had I not taken this leap of faith. So I'm getting ready for another big leap of faith to go live in a new state and see what's possible, see who is supposed to come into my life. You know, the people that have been offering to help me move are the people that I didn't know before all of this. I didn't know them a year ago. They didn't even exist in my life a year ago. And now I have multiple people that have said, how can I help? How can I make the journey for your next chapter even easier? But these are all people I met outside of Oregon and Washington and Mexico. These are people I've met because of my time in California. So traveling is about expanding your world, seeing what's possible. And now that I know where I'm living and the place that I've signed up to stay, I have opened my mind to so many new ideas for my business, so many personal goals that I have, personal dreams and personal desires. And this is what life's about. We need to pick the life we want, focus in on it, and know that whatever we want, we can make happen. It doesn't always happen right away. Sometimes it doesn't look like the way we thought. I didn't know in 2020, when the whole world shut down and I went to Mexico with a friend, it would become a defining factor in my entire life. I love the life I had in Mexico. And I have a lot of moments where I'm wondering if I really am ready to be stateside. I just know I'm supposed to for right now. Who knows? Maybe I'm only here for a year. Maybe I'm here longer. But what I do know is that I'm tired of sleeping in rented beds. I am tired of having none of my own things. I miss my art on the wall. I miss my own fridge full of cooking and baking ingredients. You know, when you travel and you're in places so little, you don't buy a thing of salt and pepper. You don't have all of the spices. You don't have the flour and the sugar, all the things that you would use over 6 months. You have things that you use over a week, a month, or maybe 2 months. I mean, recently I was just in Las Vegas and I wasn't baking anything. I cooked a couple things, but I wasn't baking anything because I don't have all those baking ingredients when you live somewhere for such a short amount of time. And I am very excited to have the space with things that reflect me. I noticed that this itch was happening and my need to stop living digital completely was that moment when I walked into a few different people's homes and all I did was compliment their art on the wall, the furniture they had. And I was like, I miss my stories. I miss the things that are around me. And I want that back. I'm at my son's home and he and his beautiful wife have created a wonderful home reflective of all of their things. It's fun because they're my children and they have a few of the things that they've inherited from me, but overall, it's their stuff, it's their style, which I love, and I've enjoyed watching them grow and create their own community of their space. Now it's time for me. It's time for me to open up my boxes, find out what I have in hiding, and celebrate that. So very soon, I will have my own walls, my own bedding, my own kitchen, and I will be there to really celebrate. And I want you to think about, where are you at in life? Maybe you are ready for a new direction. Maybe what you've been doing has been great and you're just ready for the next thing. Maybe it's a matter of owning that next step. People keep asking like, oh my gosh, are you not going to travel anymore? Well, no, I'm still going to travel, but I needed a home base. Living out of my suitcase was exhausting my nervous system. Surprise, when you're in a constant state of change, it can be a bit daunting. It gave me what I never thought I would have. So much clarity, so much confidence, so many people in my life I never would have met. I would never be cherishing these moments with if I hadn't gotten out of my comfort zone. I hadn't traveled and explored. The people that I talk to the most, in addition to the friends I've had forever, are the ones that I met because of traveling. They're the ones that have gotten to see me in my best light, in my best energy, and my best commitment to myself. So I'm curious, where are you on your life chapter? Are you ready to do something completely new and different? Are you already doing something pretty cool that everyone loves, but you're ready for the change? Maybe they're not ready for you to change because I love your stories, but are you ready for the change? Let's see what's possible. I've got some great stories coming my way because I am listening to the inner voice that says it's time to unpack and explore a community and have a nesting area and build friendships that will get to see me a little more often than most people have. It's been a lot of little short visits for a whole lot of great people. Now I'm going to be the grounding energy where people are going to come to me to visit. And let me know if you're ever in the San Diego area and I happen to be in town. I'd love to see you. Like, comment, and subscribe. We got lots more conversations to have.